Smack talking where the legends live and the rookies get schooled in law. This ain't just talk. This is smack talking raw. You ready, Pinky? Judge always Ron. Let's lay the smack down. Boom!
What is up, everybody? It's another episode of Smack Talking Raw. I'm your boy, Pinkhausen. And there's our boy, Ron Stradamus. What's going on, playa?
What's going on, big dog? Hey, I'm starting off. I love that. I love it. I love it. I love it. The Pinkhausen is in full effect, bro. I'm going to get into my rant in just a minute. Want to check in with you. See how you're doing. You got weddings over in Hawaii and stuff like that coming up here pretty soon. Like you lined up and ready to go, or what's happening? Talk to me.
I'm in that part of time where you don't sleep well and you're trying to figure out all the things that you need to make sure you remember.
Yeah.
And then you're just worried about, okay, I got this stuff at work this week, and then I got to pack, and I got to make sure we have everything, sunglasses and sun hat and sunscreen. And I'm in that mode. I'm like, almost checked out, but not quite, but not sleeping well because my mind is running with everything we got to get done.
Processing everything that needs to be done, that's for sure. So. Man, I want to see lots of laying out on the beach, lots of like towel and body lotion and all that sort of stuff. Not yours. We'll go somewhere else with that. We got a lot of sports going on. For those of you that don't get a chance to or don't know yet, but we are underneath Sports Nonsense and Whiskey, where you can also check out Pink Dog with regards to sports. They talk about NFL, NHL, NBA, Major League Baseball. I think they even throw a little bit of cricket and badminton in there every once in a while.
We talking the Masters tonight. Well, they're talking the Masters. I'm drinking. So
there you go. There you go. So thank you guys for tuning in. I'm Ron Stradamus, and we love having you guys as a part of this. Hey, Richard, thank you for tuning in. I'm going to do this thing called a Ron's Rant, and my Ron's Rant is about the lead up to WrestleMania 42. So I have been watching wrestling, every single one of them, with the exception of WrestleMania 6, where I was in a coma. So I was in a coma for WrestleMania 26 and for WrestleMania 6, and I did not get a chance to watch it until many years later, after it had gone through. But all of the other ones, I've watched them all live, seen them all, seen the buildup of WrestleMania 1 all the way to WrestleMania 42. So I'm going to give you my rant today. This buildup is the worst ever of all time. Of all the WrestleManias that I've watched and I've been a part of in my 40 some odd years of doing wrestling, this buildup is trash. 2 years ago, when The Rock and Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins and Cody were all on the stage in Las Vegas and they brought that up, that was one of the best. And we're only 2 years removed from that. And the problem has become that the WWE has become directionless with regards to the fans. They're looking to entertain themselves and making sure that they check off their little check boxes. And essentially, we have a pretty good WrestleMania card now. They've kind of at the last minute thrown that all together. But there's only 1 or 2 matches that I even give a damn about. We got Brock and Oba. I want to see those 2 dudes go straight UFC style inside the ring, shoot, and see what happens, right? I want to see that. I definitely want to see the World Championship. I want to see CM Punk versus Roman Reigns. They just did a fart in our mouth, dude, with freaking Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes. How in the hell did we get into the conversation of having Pat McAfee being? You could have had anybody be on that phone with Randy Orton, and it would have been epic. You bring out Pat McAfee in an RK over everybody shirt, and CM Punk nailed it on Monday night, saying, "I don't want no person that kick footballs for a living telling me how to put butts in a seat." And he's damn right. The kicker, most people don't even know who the kicker is on their own team. You know what I mean? Like, we
To
got
be
real nuts. But
to
he
be
just,
fair, McAfee was a badass kicker. Okay, let's
I
be
don't
fair.
give a damn. I didn't know nothing about him until he came to the WWE. This is my rant. They have Vanderjagt that was the kicker after him, and he was kicking balls a lot farther and a lot more deadlier than anyway. My long story short on this is, and my reason for my rant is that we're supposed to be progressing into the future, and they have taken this product and they've shoved it down our throat. In fact, in times where we don't even give a damn, they have this TKO versus WWE thing that's starting to develop, and I just don't like it. So that's my rant for today. Kinky dog, and that's what I got.
All right. Well, let's keep that rant going, because one of the things I wanted to talk about was TKO's corporate involvement. Like, you talk about how bad the build up to WrestleMania has been, and it's been bad. I feel like for me, I'm excited to see Oba and Brock, but like they've made Brock a bitch the whole time. So like I kind of feel like I feel like this is going to be a squash match. It's not going to be the match we should get. The match I'm really interested in is Liv and Stephanie and Fatu and Drew McIntyre. To me, those two have had the best chemistry overall with their lead up, and they've done a lot with less, right? Not as much airtime, not as much talking, more doing and creating that heat. So why in the hell is TKO coming down and telling Triple H and creative? So again, it's tough. Can we blame everything on Triple H? I don't know. Somebody's making the phone calls to do this. We've got 4 celebrities involved with WrestleMania. Little Yachty. Now, to their credit, Little Yachty was just a hype man with Trick Williams. He wasn't out there hitting anybody with a chair, kicking them in the balls, or messing with anybody. He was just there as a hype man. Trick Williams, you're the future, you're the man, all that. Like, he's the hype man. I don't hate Little Yachty being the hype man. Now, he gets involved hitting people or whatever. Now I've got an issue, right? Because then we get back into that whole whoever that guy's name is from last year.
Oh my gosh, Travis Scott.
Travis Scott, yeah. I don't really like his music, so he doesn't come. I don't really care for Little Yachty either. But again, the hype man angle I like. Now, we've got I Show Speed now, who's a huge YouTuber, content creator, just like Logan Paul. He's got a lot of viewers. I can agree that if you involve I Show Speed, there's going to be some people who might watch because they like I Show Speed, right? But does he need to be in a WrestleMania match? Like, I don't know if you've noticed yet. Tiffany Stratton has nothing to do. Io Sky has nothing to do as we speak for WrestleMania. They were in, Tiffany was the champ last year, and Io Sky was the champ at WrestleMania last year. And this year, they're not even in the show. To me, I'd rather see Io Sky and Tiffany Stratton in a match against each other, just for sake of argument, than the Usos and the Vision.
They started to hint a little bit that Asuka and Io Sky might go with each other. Yeah, Fragilla in tow. I agree with you 100%. One of the things with the program is that they're throwing a bunch of stuff together, but we're at a week and a half before WrestleMania. And that's the biggest problem is we're a week and a half before WrestleMania. And it's like everybody is like, they say they have about 30,000, 38,000 in the seats on Saturday and a little bit more than that, 40,000 on Sunday in a 70,000 seat stadium. So that's a problem.
That's a big problem. So ISO Speed is in a match, which to me is fun. But again, like, how did we get here? Right? It's been like a last minute thing. Like, oh, and again, comes back to ticket sales are low. Grab ISO Speed. Now, I don't know if Jelly Roll is going to be involved, but Jelly Roll's recently been around, had a match, won his match, was good, it's fun. Is it possible he gets involved in the Randy Orton Cody Rhodes match? Comes to Cody's aid now that Randy's got McAfee? It's possible, right? Now, if he doesn't show up at WrestleMania, again, he came in, he got a match in, he wanted to do another match. I love that about Jelly Roll. As you know, but he doesn't need a match at WrestleMania, right?
Right.
He makes an appearance, I can kind of get it. But and then we just had this. And you talked about it in your rant, my friend. There are so many options of who to have on the phone.
So many options.
Actually, I've got one right now. Do you know who would have been the best person? Because you know the angle they played, right?
Right.
Getting it back to the Attitude Era.
Yeah.
Right? Stone Cold. Stone Cold's on the line. Stone Cold shows up, kicks Cody in the balls, gives him a stunner, then talks shit over him. When I was leading this company, this was what was happening. I put butts in seats. I didn't worry about corporate. I stood up to corporate, right? It writes itself. It's perfect.
I'm watching everything that's going on inside of the comments. That's awesome.
So Jelly is a legit hardcore wrestling fan, like legit. Listen to his interviews. He knows his shit. He went to wrestle. He went to territory wrestling when he was in Tennessee. So he knows his shit. Give him credit for that.
I'll give you one that's even stronger, not as strong because I didn't see Stone Cold come in, but I'll give you another one he could have been on the phone with. John Cena. Because John Cena is going to be the host of WrestleMania, and all of a sudden John Cena comes back with the, you know what? He comes out and interferes in the match and takes on that heel persona that he had before, but now he doesn't have to back it up. He has Randy Orton to carry it all out. And then they finally bring him back next year at WrestleMania in Saudi Arabia. And then that's where he turns the biggest fan favorite because now he comes back and they redo his whole retirement shtick again so that he can really go out a fan favorite, the most positive. That's another one that could go out. And of course, Kevin Owens. And of course, Vince McMahon. And of course. They could have brought out a bunch of people.
So there is a theory online.
Chris Benoit. Whoa.
the ghost of Chris Benoit could have been on the phone. There's a theory that they got him involved because he's going to be more involved as a character as soon his podcast will also be getting picked up by Netflix. And so the continued relationship of WWE and Netflix and now Pat McAfee. So there's no whiskey in this show. It's on the next show in the next hour. Sports Nonsense and Whiskey. We drink whiskey in that show. I'm drinking an energy drink right now, so I'm ready for that show.
Yeah, they get toe up in the second segment of that. I'm a kidney transplant recipient, so I stick to my large water.
So I'm totally with the arcade or the internet community hating this because it just doesn't make any sense. And to do it so close to WrestleMania, if they'd have done it weeks ago and then they continued to build it up as we got closer and the story got really interesting, I could give them some grace for it. but we're like 10 days out. Like, what are we
Yeah,
doing?
or if they did it actually at WrestleMania and had him be on commentary or something, and then he comes from commentary and he just reveals himself that he was the guy. Okay, I could get behind that a little bit, right? Because then it's a good swerve. But to do it 2 weeks before WrestleMania, 15 days at that point before WrestleMania, it was the biggest dud. It was the fart in the room. It was the fly in the ointment. It was the, all of that. It was terrible. Terrible.
That was almost that may have been a worse decision than putting Danhausen in a crate at Elimination Chamber.
No, Danhausen in the crate, looking back on it now, it actually was really good because it made him look ridiculous and they've carried on that stick. So he's made, if they can make this into gold right here, that I will give them kudos. But I don't know if they can get rid of this part in the room. This one is bad, unless they have the Brock or they have, I don't know what they can do to fix this.
Yeah, I don't know where they're going. I don't know where they're going. All right, so I'm not sure what we're watching anymore. So again, WrestleMania could have Jelly Roll, IShowSpeed, Pat McAfee, and Little Yachty. Could all be at WrestleMania. In fact, I bet they will all be at WrestleMania. WrestleMania so far, we've got 7 matches on both shows. And as you see here, the first hour is on ESPN and ESPN2. Not sure if that means people who have ESPN can watch it and they don't need the ESPN Premium. I don't know, but that's how it's going down. I'm telling you, I am nervous. I'm nervous about this WrestleMania, and I just don't know if this is going to work, man. I just don't know. I don't even know what else to say. But this is night 1 and night 2. Night 1 is on the left. Night 2.
Hold on. Let's. So I think that they put together a pretty good card now. A few weeks ago, we had 3 matches announced, right? And now they got like 14 matches announced, right? And
they got all 14.
They got a ladder match for the Intercontinental title.
That ladder match is going to be dope.
They got Fatu versus Drew McIntyre, which is going to be dope. That 6-man tag that they threw together with LA Knight and the Usos versus IShowSpeed, Logan Paul, that match could go to hell. The women's tag team match in a 4-way, they've been messing with each other for the last 6 weeks, and it's just done nothing for me because you got a bunch of great singles wrestlers that are all trying to make the tag team division, and it's not working really good. I know you're going to go through each one of these matches, but I mean, like,
not this week. We'll do that next week. But
you got Finn Balor coming in as the Demon against Dominic Mysterio, right? You really don't need him to come out as the Demon yet in this regard. It's wasting a shot, in my opinion.
Well, why are you advertising it? I don't need them to advertise Demon Balor. I need him just to like that. I don't want to. It should have been just a picture of Finn Balor and Dominic Mysterio, and then he gets a grand entrance as the Demon. And now we're like, yeah. Now I'm kind of like, well, that could be cool, but that ruined the surprise for me.
Yeah,
I want to be surprised. Right? We know Trick Williams is winning that belt from Sammy. That should be awesome. I mean, there's nothing better than Trick Willie on SmackDown. Like Trick Willie has captivated SmackDown. When he shows up, it's on.
He's a future heavyweight champion, that's for sure.
And then, Vakira and Liv Morgan, man, they are damn. So I was going to show. I wanted to go back to Gunther and Seth Rollins. What did I say last week?
Which part?
About how they could technically make this make sense.
Yeah, they could have him talk to Paul Heyman, and Paul Heyman had him come in because he wanted to get rid of Seth Rollins and all of that, and then that would be a pathway to him getting to Brock and all that sort of stuff.
Well, they had it on TV last night on Raw.
They
Gunther
did.
said, "You owe me a big favor." Here we go. That's going to be the big favor. So, again, not a surprise, but all right. So that's night one is Saturday. That's on the right over here, and then night two is on Sunday. We will break this down. We will break down the entire WrestleMania card next Tuesday on the show. That'll be the go home show of Smack Talk and Raw.
And
before
so far
WrestleMania.
this year, I am up 7-3. So I'm loving it. And
I'm
I'm
gonna
excited.
catch up. I'm gonna catch up.
No, I'm gonna take it into the stratosphere this year because I got it down right now.
All right. So I didn't want to go too deep into what happened this week because I wanted to talk. There's some positivity that I wanted to drop, but I did want to share again. Danhausen trying to curse the Miz, curses the ref, and then the ref's arm goes numb, or not numb, but like he can't move it to count 1, 2, 3. That's awesome. Loved it. It plays so well. I need a Danhausen match soon. Miz and the Danhausen. Miz versus Danhausen or something. I need it. I want it. Give it to me. Let's go, Dan. Pinkhausen says, let's get it done. I need to see it. So the other thing that we got I just wanted to bring up, man.
Boom.
Dude, the aftermath of this was nasty.
Yes, the knot on Liv Morgan's head is for real.
So we both know how they choreograph these scenes, right? And they try to do it in a way that nobody gets majorly hurt. When you have two women who are exactly the same size, you probably shouldn't have them stand right in front of each other if you're going to have somebody hit somebody from behind.
Right.
I'm just saying. Like, Roxanne could have been to the side talking to her, and then boom. Because the aftermath is ugly.
Yeah, I saw that today, and I was like, there is a unicorn in the room.
Thankfully, they got the swelling to go down on that and got it to where it was just a really bad looking bruise. But it probably looked really, really nasty today. So, Liv, I hope some makeup will get that looking good again for next Sunday or Saturday.
It's kind of cool because they actually have Liv Morgan and Stephanie Vaquer having a match with each other because this is a torn household now, right?
I still love Stephanie, but I have given up my claim. I have given her to you as the number one supporter, and I still love Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan's my girl as well, and then of course I have now attached my wagon to the glamour Blake Monroe. So,
attaboy.
All right, so let's get to some positivity. You ready?
Let's go.
Did you catch Stand and Deliver this weekend?
Yes, I did.
Bro, we're not gonna cover all the matches. They were all really good.
All super good. Like, why is that being held down in NXT? That needs to be brought up to the main roster.
So this was a really good match. I mean, this match sells itself, right? Two friends for the longest time. Jealousy always plays well in a feud. Some people, like the fans in this feud, don't know who to root for.
Right.
They're like, I like Sol Ruca, but then I like Zarya, and I do like the Zarya, like, and like, because Sol Ruca had a promo Tuesday leading up to the match. She was getting booed. I was shocked. I was like, what the hell? People were booing her, but then she did sound kind of whiny. So I get it. This was great, man.
Fans pick up on stuff like that. It's like when you're the little subtle nuances that NXT brings to the dance, you pick up on it real quick because you're in a real intimate environment. So yeah.
Much smaller shows.
Yes.
When Sol hit the Soul Snatcher on the ramp, I was like, oh, that's somebody hit that ramp pretty hard. Either Sol did on coming down, or Zarya did, one of the two. So, I was digging that. And again, those two ladies put on a great match. Now, I feel like Soul should be done in NXT.
I agree. I think that after they did the John Cena retirement match, she should have come up like shortly after that. I don't know why they're holding her down.
I'm hoping, fingers crossed, she's on Raw after WrestleMania or SmackDown after WrestleMania. Like, I just don't like, for me, I don't think she needs to get into the women's title scene. I think we have enough interesting characters: Izzy, Dame, Tatum, Blake. I mean, we'll talk about Lola Vice here in a sec. Jada Parker, Kalani Jordan. Like, they've got enough of those ladies right now. Like, Soul has done really all she needed to do. She's got her confidence. She's got her moves. She knows her character. She connects with the fans. It's time.
Yeah, it's time to bring her up. It would be nice if her and Zadia mended their fence and came up together so they could tag team a little bit in the main roster so that they could be a part of the tag team division, which would free up some of the people that should be wrestling single matches and stuff like that. That's what they really need to concentrate on, is bringing up these NXT girls, get them into tag teams for a little bit before they break them off to say, go get them tight.
Well, and them and Fatal Influence are like the only real two tag teams down in NXT that I feel like have really good chemistry that could make that work. Oh, like Fallon Henry and JC Jane, I feel like you could move both of them up and they would play well in a tag team.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
Oh, buddy. Woo, man.
Hot fire right there. Spit your lava, but
man, my wife was just like, oh, they're watching strippers wrestle again. I was like, no, there's no pole. So Tatum Paxley, Blake Monroe, man, they were having a Blake Monroe coming out of the stage and taking Paxley down to hell, and then taking her belt for like 2 weeks, and just going to the beach with it, going around how much she's missed it. That was fantastic, man. Great work by Blake. Great work by Tatum. I would probably move both of these girls up too. I mean, Tatum's been in NXT for like 4 years now. Like, I feel like it's shit or get off the pot at this point.
She's really got to get a move up or move down type of situation.
Well, it's basically either move up or AEW comes calling.
Yeah,
like one of the two, because I feel like she'd be perfect. And we'll talk about AEW in a little bit. Their women's division needs some extra help, so I'm sure they wouldn't mind. I just, man, I love every time Blake gets in the ring. It's so much fun. She plays a heel so well.
When they try to bring her to be a good girl, she is not that at all. She has no essence of that. She is
I will say, when they had her being nice and friendly to Jordan Grace, playing that friend angle, and then she stabbed her in the back, it was awesome. It was awesome. She played that really well. Coming back to JC Jane, who's also been in NXT like 4 years, so it's pretty much time as well. Like, make a decision on her. Like, I don't think you can keep her down in NXT any longer. Lola Vice and Kendall Gray. Talk to the people about this match, Ron.
The thing that I like about each one of these particular girls is they kept in character the whole entire time. Sometimes you get lost in the sauce, and the thing I love about JC Jane is she's not my favorite wrestler that there is, but she comes off like she feels like she's a main event attraction, and I just love that, and it shows up in all of her interactions with all of the girls inside of this match. A couple times when she was with Lola Vice, right? Lola can strut her stuff like nobody else, right? And so inside of the match where they're interacting with each other, she has one character trait inside of that. And then when she's in the she has different, she's like kind of like Sybil a little bit. So she can adjust her game enough to where she's very good in the match as far as like the grappling style. She's very good in the fighting style. And just watching her carry the match at different times was just awesome to watch. What do you think?
Yeah, you know, there's something about JC Jane, and maybe it's because I don't. Her wrestling is pretty good. She's a decent looking woman. You know, you're not gonna, she's decent, but her character, I'm better than you, and you know it. I
Right.
love it. I love it. She plays it well, and and then she's got her two, minions with her that somehow always listen to her, even though she's a bitch, and she's mean to them, and yet they still stay behind her. Like she's got it. I don't now. If they move her up, is she anything more than a mid-card villain? Probably not. She's probably not a main eventer, really. But because I don't
Yeah,
know
I
if
don't see her going very far past this. Like I see her if she goes up to main roster, she doesn't have that pull. Like who does she? I can see her in a lot of matches where she's with Natty and all of those types of girls, not at the main
yeah,
roster.
I think it's time to move on from her. Either again letting her go somewhere else or moving her up. I don't think I just to me there just comes a point in NXT where it's like, hey, like I think their time has come. Like you haven't done anything with them, you haven't moved them up. It is its I mean technically NXT is its own brand now, which
Yeah,
most of the time I enjoy more than Raw or SmackDown. So the people who aren't watching NXT are missing out. And
right.
I've been watching NXT long enough that I can say that you get better wrestling, you get better stories, you get better characters, because they give them time to like actually talk and develop and build stories and build feuds, and it's just better. Shawn Michaels knows what he's doing down there.
And meanwhile, on the main roster, we got a doofus that is anyway.
Maybe. Who knows? It might not be all his fault, right? Maybe not. Who knows?
It might be
So,
TKO's fault. I got it.
congrats to Lola Vice winning the NXT Women's Championship. Finally, JC Jane has been slain. She had a very long run with the belt. She took it off Stephanie last year, and then she lost it briefly to I can't remember who she lost it to. Because she
Um,
who was
didn't
it?
she lose it to she lost it for like a couple weeks, right?
Yeah, it was just like a week or two. And then she got it back. I want to say it wasn't Thea Hale. I think Thea Hale won the North American title. But I'm drawing a blank on
I'm
who beat.
saving our ass because right now we don't know. Hold on just a second. It's not very often I don't know.
But Lola actually had some tears in her eyes after winning, which is great. Lola probably is close, maybe by the end of the year of getting called up. She's a big fan favorite. She's got some assets that everybody enjoys.
That's right.
And she knows how to use them. So my wife knows too. Anytime she puts her head up, we're watching a Lola Vice match and the girl's in the corner. She's like, "Oh, she's about to shake her ass." I was like, "Yeah, she is."
That's right. That's right.
Who won? Who beat JC?
Hold on, I'll stop. Hold on.
Come on, Ron.
I'm tripping.
Gotta get your Google skills up.
My Google skills suck right now because they're hold on. Keep going. Keep going.
So well, that is oh, and JC Jane did suffer a wardrobe malfunction in the ring as well, which led to a complete black screen. So that was fun. Let's go to the last match that I wanted to talk about. There was also other good matches: Vanity Project versus the Bravos or Los Americanos. that was a really good match too. Like those guys flew around. Good tag team wrestling. Like they did a really good job. So the final match, the main event, was the champion Joe, I believe, in Joe Hendry, and then Tony D'Angelo, Ethan, All Ego Page, and Ricky Saints.
Incredible match.
It was awesome. So I'm gonna say I thought this match went the crowd was chanting this is awesome, and it was like a lot of times we hear that and we're like, I'm not seeing anything that's really awesome. I don't really know what you guys are seeing here, but this time it was legit, man. They were it was amazing.
Yes,
So
that was a fantastic match. And JC Jane lost to Tatum Paxley and then got it back.
that's what it was. Oh, yeah, that's right. Because then Tatum gave her like a rematch right away, and then she lost it to Tatum when Izzy stabbed her in the back. So okay.
It actually, believe it or not, it was 6 months between the title reign. 6 months.
It's a long time, man. It's a long time in NXT. So the Ricky Saints and Ethan Page, their little friendship, wanting to win, the back and forth was awesome. It was so fun to see those guys. I like their little little friendship that they have going on. I think it's a fun dynamic.
Yeah, all four of these guys need to be up on the main roster. And as much as I'm not a Joe Hendry fan, I just see the attributes of this dude, of what he does, and I'm curious to see what the NXT World Title looks like. Tony D'Angelo, he's a beast, and I would like to see All Ego Ethan Page. I'd like to see him have a run with the NXT Championship because he is outstanding.
I don't think he needs it though. Like he had such a run with the NXT North American Championship. He's been a main event player in NXT since he's got over there from AEW. I just feel like him and Ricky Saints and Joe Hendry again was a champ over in TNA before he came to NXT. I don't think any of these dudes have anything left to do in NXT.
Yeah,
and I know, and I just feel like there's that moment of like, okay, who do they keep fighting with? For me, I'm sitting here going in my head, I'm like, wait, Ricky Saints beat Obafemi. Legit.
Right.
Beat Obafemi clean.
Yes.
Obafemi takes a month off. He comes back and he beats Ricky Saints and he leaves. And Ricky's had like 3 different title matches now, and he's lost all of them.
All of them. And he beat the Ruler.
What are we doing? And I love Joe Hendry. I'm a Joe Hendry believer. I love his shtick. I like his smile. He's from Scotland. My family is from Scotland somewhere along the line. So I like those Scotsmen. And I just like, for me, I'm just like, what else does Ricky Saints got to do? Like if he wins the title again, what's that do? Right?
It does nothing for him. It does nothing for the brand or anything. Send him up. Let's see if he can work.
Ethan Page. He's
guys,
as
we get ready to be into WrestleMania next Tuesday, we're going to be revealing our picks. And this is the People's Show. And if you haven't already done so, drop a like or comment, subscribe. We do this every Tuesday, 6 o'clock Mountain Standard Time. We're here in Colorado. That's 5 o'clock Pacific Time and 8 o'clock on the East Coast. We talk professional wrestling. And as you can see in the comment section, we have some opportunity for you to be able to drop in some comments and we'll chat with you and everything like that. We're looking to get to 1,000 subscribers here this year. That's one of our big goals this year, aggressive goals. So like it. And if you know other wrestling fans, have them come on with it because we'd love to have you guys to be a part of it.
You're right. So Tony D'Angelo, congrats. I mean, he's been at NXT like 4 years too. So I don't know. Like, what else are they gonna do with this guy?
Yeah,
They
and then
put-
if he goes to the main roster, what are they going to do with this guy? You know what I'm saying? Like even Shawn Michaels has got to say, okay, I put a belt on you. Does this translate to the main roster? Answer, Tony D'Angelo. I don't ever see him wearing a World Heavyweight Championship belt. I don't ever see him wearing an Intercontinental Championship belt.
I don't know if his character plays. Like, I think of Tony D'Angelo, I'm like, yeah, he's cool. In the ring, he's awesome. I like his style in the ring. I like guys who use power, right? And are powerful. He's got that. But his character to me just doesn't. You're never going to get a crowd cheering for him. Unless, again, maybe it's change it up, make him a really bad guy. Like that, maybe that's how we get people, because you want people to feel something for you.
Yeah.
And I feel like he's just in that space where I think NXT cheers from him because he's been around for so long, so they know who he is.
Yeah. I think they need to have a hair versus title match or something like that and have him get his head shaved and just have him just become just like a brute, like he's always angry that he lost his hair kind of thing. But
That could be fun. That could
yeah.
be fun. All right. So I've been waiting all week to talk about this with you, my friend. Buddy, the next AEW pay-per-view, Dynasty, is this Sunday, April 12th. They have not filled out the card just yet, but there are 4 matches on this card right now that have me like ready to run through a wall.
Yes.
Like I am stoked. Now, I thought it was funny. We had commented after our first AEW show that we watched that there was so much wrestling, we had fatigue.
So much. I took a nap.
By the time the hour-long Texas Death Match happened, which was awesome, as well. You could argue it's one of the best Texas Death Matches out there. Maybe as good as MJF and Bryan Danielson. Maybe. Well, that wasn't a Texas Death, but that was an Iron Man match. A little bit different, but very good match. But MJF was talking about it. He's like, it's really hard to main event these pay-per-views when there's so much damn wrestling. He's like, because again, everybody's got fatigue. And that's exactly how we felt. I wanted to highlight the 4 that I'm really excited about. Darby Allin is crazy. He is legit crazy. He's like a skater kid that I think has smoked himself retarded in a good way. And I do like some of his I listened to a podcast he was on. I think it was on the Chris Van Fleet show. You got a good taste of his character. He's kind of dumb, but he loves life. He lives life to the fullest, and he believes in experiencing the world and adventure and taking on new challenges. I absolutely can say, yeah, you know what? That's a great attitude to have.
Yeah.
So I like Darby Allin, and what he does in the ring is on another level. And then Andrade as well.
Yeah, Andrade, his game has just leveled up since he's gone back to AEW. He's got a chip on his shoulder, and he's really playing here's the main event, and he's playing right here in it right now to where he's going to be a conversation in the conversation here soon. Andrade's balling right now. Good job.
Yeah, Andrade will be in the, Andrade Swerve Strickland, Andrade Kenny Omega, Andrade MJF. He's going to be in that conversation. And I also believe they're starting to look at Darby Allin, moving him into that conversation as well.
I think Darby Allin has always been in that conversation because he's an original. I think they just wanted to build his character so that he could be the not expected guy. Like maybe he might not ever get it. So that once they start to push him to the forefront, I think you'll start to get that real backing from the true AEW faithful for sure.
I think he's going to get a title run at some point. He's going to overcome and get the title at some point.
I thought he was going to be the one to beat Jon Moxley. Honestly, I thought that was going to be the one, but it unfortunately didn't shake out that way.
So who do you think is going to win this match?
I think the person that needs to win this match is Darby Allin. because Darby Allin, he's such a quality character inside of the wrestling ring, and he's fearless. I think that Andrade comes with a lot of the technical skill and being a part of the Don Callis family and everything like that. But I think that Andrade is looking to get out of that Don Callis that group, and so I think that's ultimately going to cost him. So I'd say Darby Allin will win the match.
Okay, this one's tough for me. I feel like they're pushing Andrade, so I feel like Andrade will win. I think they're pushing him right now. So,
Okay.
Cage and Cope, and I've got to be honest, I have not seen Cage and Cope wrestle in AEW. So this will be my first experience of seeing these old guys and what they have. And they've got a World Tag Team Championship match against FTR. What's going down here?
This is a tough one to call because I'm an Edge and Christian fan. I've always been an Edge and Christian fan ever since they first came up with Gangrel as the Brood. And when they came up, I was just like, these guys are brilliant. Then they did Edge and Christian and all of that. So my heartstrings want to say Edge and Christian, but the lineage of AEW tag team title says FDR, but they're making a big deal about Edge and Christian. So I say throw the belts up on the and put a ladder match on it in a second match or third match. I say that they get a disqualification or somebody cheats and it's inconclusive.
Because it was Copeland, I believe, last year that was in a trios match with FTR.
Yeah.
And then they stabbed him in the back or something.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm learning that. So this should be fun. I think Cage and Cope are going to win. I think they are. I think they want that.
WWE nostalgia.
Yeah, it's good nostalgia. Like, again, we still think of Edge and Christian as one of the greatest tag teams of all time, and they only tagged for like 2 years. So that tells you something. Like, we put them, they come up in our mind when we talk, Hardy Boys, Dudley Boys, Edge and Christian. And you're like, wait, Edge and Christian only wrestled for 2 years together? Like, what? So the fact that you're thought of as being one of the greatest tag teams of all time, I feel like that nostalgia, like, why put them back in this match like right away? I don't know if they're close to the end. I don't know where they're at health-wise. I know they're healthy enough to get back in the ring. They've been out for a while. I don't know how long their run's going to be, but I do feel like this is a good spot to get them the belts. You can have them losing them again at All In England, but this would be a good spot. And then, oh, buddy, this is going to be a banger. This is going to be a banger.
Straight out gangster gas on fire right there, match. Yeah.
I'm watching Will Ospreay matches. I mean, he can't do the stuff he did when he was in his 20s, but what he can still do is pretty damn good. And Moxley just plays the badass like so well.
He has the aura of Stone Cold Steve Austin, like a new age Stone Cold Steve Austin. He's not a good guy. He's not a bad guy. He just goes out there to kick ass.
So he's got the ass kicker Steve Austin without the the mic in his hands.
Yeah.
Oh, he's not great on the mic. He's not awful. He's just not great. And he doesn't have catchphrases and all that.
He kind of whines when he's talking, like he's talking, but he's whining, but he's not whining, and that's kind of annoying. Yeah, this is going to be a banger match. John Moxley is incredible at doing what he does. Will Ospreay is unbelievable. Definitely a future AEW champion multiple times. Like, he'll be highly decorated once they ascend him to that level.
I think he's 32 or 33. I was listening to he was on the Chris Van Fleet podcast before he got hurt. He'd been out for a while, had a neck fusion surgery. I laughed so hard. When he's done with AEW, he said he just wants to go back to England and be a postman. He just wants to deliver mail. He just wants to show up at people's houses and be like, "Here's your mail. Have a good day." Oh, I thought I was like, man, you're gonna be so rich you won't have to do any work. But if you want to be a postman, that's cool, bro.
Go do you, boo boo. Yep.
Yeah. So I'm stoked for that. And then, oh, buddy, oh man. And again, there's still 6 more, probably 4 to 6 matches still to be announced.
Don't do it, AEW. Keep it at 7 to 8. Because like it's like you got to really be in stamina to go through all of the matches because you have the first hour and then all of a sudden it's like 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, and it's like, okay, I'm good. I have nothing left for you guys, Kenny Omega and MJF.
I'll just have to tap you and be like, hey, take a nap right now. Take a nap on this match and come back for the next one. Oh, MJF, Kenny Omega. Again, Kenny Omega, not great on the mic. That's not his thing. But he puts on great matches.
He's an incredible wrestler. Incredible.
Yeah, and him being an original AEW guy, MJF is just on a whole different level. Like, if I was TKO, if his contract was up, I'd give him a blank check.
It was, and they didn't.
Man, I don't know why. I don't know what they're looking at. And again, we had some people commenting on a video I put out last week about AEW, and I was starting to notice some of the difference in the wrestling. Like AEW is hanging their hat on right now. This is where the best wrestlers come to wrestle, right? And when I watch AEW matches, yeah, there's some botches here and there, but there's some botches in WWE matches. It happens, man. You're not, like, a lot of times you're not going to be perfect, but it is it's almost a straight fact that the wrestling in WWE is so over choreographed.
So
and I don't know how to explain it to someone if they can't watch it and see for themselves.
It's slow and plotting, and even when they're going to do a big spot, it's like set up, whereas with AEW, you're looking at it, you're like, wow, where did that come from? Like, I don't even know how that guy got over there to be in that, right? It's like amazing.
And the pacing is so much different as well. Like there's more aggression, their pace is faster, they get in and out of moves faster. I just, if you're not watching AEW, again, if you don't have time to watch it, I get it. If you're watching WWE and you don't have time to add extra wrestling onto your plate, I get it. It's tough on me. I've got to watch it while I'm doing dishes. I got to watch it because my wife can only handle me watching so much wrestling. So I watch my AEW at work on my lunch hour. When I'm doing like whenever I can, I consume it because, again, it's so good that I'm sitting there going, man, half the time I'm starting to think, like, why am I watching Raw? Why am I watching SmackDown? I'm not getting out of it what I'm getting out of watching Dynamite. Collision's not as good sometimes. They bring out a lot of the I don't want to call them minor leaguers, but they bring out a lot more of the development on Collision than they do on Dynamite. Dynamite's like the show. Dynamite is awesome. It's a great show. So, and I tell you, if Dynamite comes to your city, give it a shot. I guarantee you will have a great night. You'll feel like you paid, it was money well spent. It didn't cost you your firstborn child. You can get a ticket and it's not bad. And it'll be, I think they absolutely know their product.
Yeah, they do. They know their product and they know it well. We're getting close to time, so we got to skip out of AEW land and finish up WWE world.
I'm going to pick MJF. Big Hebrew ain't losing.
I agree on that, Matt. On that, this match, I think MJF is the big winner on this coming up. Again, next week, guys, we're going to be doing our picks. So we'd love for you guys to participate again. Subscribe, like, comment, be a part of the show. This is your show. This is the people show. And finally, Ronstradamus has got to say that in person. We love professional wrestling and we hate professional wrestling. And that's a part of like what makes being a wrestling fan great, is that for so long, whether it been when I first started watching Hulk Hogan and him coming down to I am a real American, all the way to MJF coming out in his scarves and having the ability to say the F word or S word on TV. We're in a definite transition as far as wrestling goes. And I definitely think that with TKO taking over WWE, it's leveled off the game. And this is the time for you, as if you have a diversified field inside of your life to where you want to check out a different alternative and you've only been a WWE fan, go and give some of the others an opportunity. AEW is smoking. TNA is smoking right now. There's a lot of different products that are smoking right now. New Japan Pro Wrestling, smoking right now. So everybody's fighting for the shot to be able to be number 2 right now, because WWE is well above everybody else as far as the type of product that they put on for the longest time. So they'll always have that bridge.
If you look at it, 50 years of WWE versus these new guys, right? So it's just that time on task. They just got more time.
Yeah, they got more time in. And you know what? I see the WWE. We got a lot more matches that have been added to WrestleMania. So I think the card is actually going to be good. It's just that I'm not looking forward to any of it. I'm going to be pleasantly surprised if it comes out to be good. Just 3 years ago, when Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens were challenging the Usos at WrestleMania 39 for the tag titles on the first night of WrestleMania 39, that match had such heart in it. When they won, there were people in the audience crying because they were so invested in the match. Guess what? I was crying when they won. And I wasn't a big Kevin Owens and a Sami Zayn fans, but it was just so awesome to see them defeat the Usos after such a long run that the Usos had with the titles. Now, if you see me cry, it's going to be because I spent $30 on the damn show and it sucked really bad, right? But I don't miss WrestleMania. Whether it comes in good or it comes out bad, I'm watching the show and I'll be here for it. So,
and you will tell the people the truth.
What's that?
You will tell the people the truth.
That's right. I will always tell the people the truth. So with all that being said, guys, we're in WrestleMania season. That's Pinky right there, and I'm Ronstradamus. We're Pinkyhausen. You know what? You need to do what Kevin Owens used to do. Put the tape over it and say Pinkyhausen. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Got it, I mean?
So when you have your opportunities to watch people doing their podcast about wrestling, we may be new at this, but we're true to this. So if you're liking what we're putting down, drop a like or comment and come and see us next week. And if you're not down with that, I got 2 words for you.
Suck it.
See you next week. Check out.
Yeah. Smack talking raw. Ron and Pinky in the house. We the main event, yo, the crowd gon' scream. Cena hit the ring, you can see me theme. See a punk pipe bomb, truth getting told. Stephanie Vaquer in the ring looking bold. Pinky's on the mic, Ron's got the play. Dropping hot takes every single day. Mike's blaze, crowds wild, energy tall. Monday night vibes, we bring it on. From the top rope